Hello again, all life path number 2. So this is your September reading for 2019. So I've shuffled the deck. I've already done a video on the astrology and numerology for September. I've shuffled your deck, split your cards. I'm just going to pop this down. And I'm going to do what I call a horseshoe spread. So these are your cards on top here. We have one extra message from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reid, which I'll read out at the end of the main spread. So we'll get straight into laying your cards out. See what you have in store for the month of September. And if I need to, I will clarify any cards at the end. So your first card actually jumped out of the deck. I put it back in the deck. It's come out again, but it's come out in your centre position. So you've got the Two of Raphael. Again, angel number 22 comes into mind here. You're a life path number 2. You've got the Two of Raphael here. You've got another 2 on the table, which I'll get to in a minute. This card is the card of give and take. It is the relationships card, if you like. This is, I'll read what it says at the bottom. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. And that's in your central, that's in the centre, that's the centre card. So this is the overall theme of September, is a relationship probably. And there may be a decision maybe having to be made about a relationship here. So I can see what's on the table sort of type thing, but we'll get to that. We'll come back to this card. So your past card is the 6 of Raphael. It says, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So this is your past card. This can be referring to children. This can be referring to people in your past. This is referring to maybe feeling childlike or releasing some of the being adult for a little while to be childlike. A little bit less adulting and a little bit more fun in life. So this is your past card. So hopefully at the end of August, you'll get a little bit of time to do this as well. These videos I'm hoping to get out before September. I'm a little bit late this month in getting the readings out, but this is feeling sort of a little bit better about you, about yourself in life, if you like. Like I said, giving up having to play adult all the time. This is going back to your childhood. This can be even meeting people from your childhood or from your past, good friends, all that sort of type thing, people that you grew up with, went to high school, primary school, whatever. Doesn't mean they're going to be in your life for a long period. It could only be a fleeting sort of, oh, I haven't seen you for years, and just a bit of a catch-up sort of type thing as well. Remember, these are general readings, so like I said at the bottom, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or child. So new friends, there could be some new friends coming into the mix that feel like they're old sort of acquaintances or people you've known in the past. So that's your past card. Your present card, again, is a 2. It's the 2 of Michael. This is what I call the decisions card. In your present at the moment, there is a decision that you're needing to make, and it could be with the central card here. That's why I said I'd come back to it, about a relationship, being that this card here, the 2 of Raphael, is the central card. There may be a decision coming up around a relationship that needs to be made. What it says at the bottom of the card is, it will all be better if you just make a decision over analysing a problem, finding a compromise. So it's even given you a little bit of a help here, because it's telling you to find a compromise. Maybe there's a relationship that you need to make a compromise in. Instead of it all going one way, maybe you might have to try and find a compromise so it works a little bit better. This does not mean that the relationship is over or anything like that. Remember, I keep saying these are general relationships. You've got to love these videos. These are general readings, I should say. So if anybody is going through a little bit of relationship turmoil or trouble, this isn't saying that the relationship is over. This card is telling you that you need to make a compromise. And because these are your cards, it's you that has to make the compromise, okay? Just to make it a little bit easier. And over-analysing. Don't over-analyse it. Things happen in life. You could go over it and over it and over it and find 100 different reasons why there is a problem. So don't over-analyse the relationship or the problem. Just find a compromise and move on. This is just like a little bit of a lesson in life, if you like, to see if you can make a compromise. How badly do you want this relationship? You know, are you willing to make a compromise? Is another one. So, but like it says, the first sentence on the bottom of this card, it says it will all be better if you just make a decision. So make that decision. In the normal tarot, it's a lady holding two swords, but the two swords are like this. You know, she's at cross purposes, basically. When a sword's like this, she's at a cross purposes. She doesn't know what to do. These two horses here, or unicorns if you like, because that's what they are. You can see without any glare on the cards. Their horns aren't even touching. So, you know, it's a clear-cut sort of decision, one way or the other sort of thing. Sorry guys, I'm just going to have a drink of water. And if you notice the sign behind me, that's my new banner I've got now. I've basically put this up on all my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page now, as sometimes in life that's what we do. We throw the dice and hope that they roll in our favour. So that's why there's dice on my website now. Your future card is the Knight of Michael, and it says time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion and sudden changes. So you've got quite an emotional card in the centre here. You're also having to make this decision. And this card in your future is telling you to use your logic over your emotions to make this decision. It says time to move quickly, use logic over emotion and sudden changes. So I think once you've made this decision on the present card here, yeah, you're not going to have much time because you're going to be moving very quickly and having to use, once you've made that decision, there's going to be no more sort of emotion attached to that situation. Time to move on, move quickly out of that situation. Or out of that feeling that sort of, you know, you've had to make that compromise. It's been a little bit of a life lesson maybe. But the Knight of Michael here is quite a swift moving sort of horse. He's not stationary. And it says sudden changes. So be prepared for, you know, making a swift decision here, one way or the other, using that, finding that compromise. And don't over-analyse it. It's when you start over-analysing situations that it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And like I said in this card, in your present card, it will be better if you just make a decision, because your future card here is time to move swiftly. It's time for action. Use logic over emotion. You might have had to use emotion, quite a bit of emotion, being that that Two of Raphael is in your centre. There's quite a bit of emotion, you know, you've had to invest in this sort of situation or this, you know, compromise that you're going to have to find. But it's not giving you any time to sit on your laurels, basically. You've got to get up and at 'em sort of type thing, because you're best path to follow is a major arcana card, and it's the World card. This is the end of the cycle. Once you've made this decision, like it says, it will all be better if you just make that decision. You're at the end of the cycle, and the World card, it's a pretty good card to end, sort of type thing. This is your best path to follow, is basically what this card is saying in that position. It says a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insights. And like I said, I think this might be a little bit of a lesson for you, or a little bit of a universe testing you out, because you're having to make this decision. So don't run away from it, because the universe is testing you. Once you've gotten over that lesson, if you like, I'm going to put it that way, you've got the World card here with the lovely Archangel Michael, and it's telling you a very happy ending. So you've made the right decision. You're probably going to come up with an awesome compromise, which is, you know, a happy ending sort of thing. It's probably going to be better than you actually think, but it's definitely, you know, spiritual growth and insights. You know, this is, you know, the older that we get, the wiser that we get. This is going to give you the spiritual insights and growth, basically, in your life is what you need right now. So September has also, it's Libra season at the end of Libra. I think it's the 23rd Libra season starts. I've already done a video on the astrology for September. We come into Libra season on the 23rd, so it's happy birthday to all the Libras out there, me included. And then we get a new moon on the 28th in the sign of Libra, and now Libra is the sign of partnership. So could be something around that time. I think you might be very, you know, surprised sort of type thing. Your environments card here is the Eight of Gabriel, which goes very nicely with the Knight of Michael here. The Eight of Gabriel tells me that you're going to have a lot to do, and it's also news and messages coming in. So I'll read what it says at the bottom. A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So this being your future card, this being your environments card here, is telling me that you're going to be rather busy doing something. And also with the news and messages coming in, this card is usually the Eight of Wands in the normal tarot deck. Yeah. It could also be to do with a relationship. You could be very busy with that relationship, you know, something that you thought you could be going out on more dates, you could be going out enjoying life more. You know, I'm sort of going down the road here. You started out with the Six of Raphael here, which says, you know, being more childlike, having more fun in life. Your middle card is the Two of Raphael here, which could be a soulmates card as well, or a karmic relationship. But you're going to be rather busy, is basically, it's all about kind of relationships, I think, or I feel, with your reading for September. Your hopes and fears card here is the Five of Raphael. It reads at the bottom, everything happens for a reason, release regret and embrace the opportunity for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So even if I go across the cards here, I know you can't see them, but I'm going to hold them up. You've got the decisions card here. Make the decision about a relationship. It means you're going to have to make a compromise. Then you get the relationships card here. This is going across. The next card is the Five of Raphael, saying that you're searching for the silver lining in life, that all things happen for a reason. Like I said, I think this is a little bit of a life lesson here with those, pick them up again, the Two of Michael and the Two of Raphael. I think this is a little bit of a life lesson here. I think once you've made that, like I keep saying, make the decision, you're going to know why, you know, all things happen for a reason. So, and it says, embrace the opportunities for happiness, you know. there's a pretty good reason to be happy sort of type thing. You know, these relationships only come along maybe once or twice in a lifetime, sometimes never in a lifetime. So be grateful for that relationship. I think with that card there, the Five of Raphael, you're going to know why you were sort of a little bit tested in this situation. Yeah, all things happen for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. So embrace the relationship. Relationships are one of the hardest things in the world, believe you me. Your final outcome card is also a Raphael card. You've got 4 of them. So Raphael's your major archangel at the moment. It says, committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. And like I said, that's why I think this whole month of September, being that, you know, Libra, all that sort of type thing, the balancing of the scales, you know, decisions to make on a relationship. 2 hearts dedicated to something wonderful, kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. Find that compromise for this relationship. I think it's a very important relationship. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. And then you get this card telling you that if you do all that, you're going to be swept off your feet of how wonderful this relationship can be. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. I actually like this card in this reading because it kind of tops it off very nicely. But I'm going to pull one more clarifying card. On the Knight of Raphael. And it's another major arcana card. You've only got 2 this month, so that's pretty good. So the High Priestess card here. If you've seen my videos for a while and you've seen me hold up the High Priestess card, I always refer to her gown as a flowing waterfall going with the flow. She's standing on steps and it's just flowing down the steps. Again, a reference back to your past card here, being childlike, being playful, being, you know, let go of the adulting for a little while and just go with the flow. Enjoy this time of life, I'm going to say. It does read at the bottom, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provide valuable information and being at peace. So I think by the end of September, you could use this card right from the beginning of September. Just go with the flow. And trust that, you know, you're making this compromise for one of the most, you know, important relationships, I think, in your life at the moment. Number 2 is also the relationship number. And you guys are one of the best at relationships, being that you're only too happy to please your partner or another person, we'll say. So I'm going to leave your reading there. I don't think it needs any more clarifying, but just, yeah, just remember we all get tested in life sometimes. Go with the flow. Just go with the flow, guys. I'm now going to read your Wisdom of the Oracle card and see what it is. And it's Poised. And it's number 48. That's that card there. And it says essential meaning, being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best confidence. The Oracle message, you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp, and you've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge. And you sense a new phase in your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So especially, this is going with your reading, this is a new relationship, trust it. That might be only a message for some a majority of people out there. So if this is a new relationship that we're talking about here, it's poised, it's ready. This is an auspicious time to begin new things, and especially relationships. Because this, what I feel like your reading for September is all about a relationship, I'm going to really read the relationship part of this oracle card message. It says, when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendship, harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. You're poised, you're ready. This relationship, be it whether you're just starting a new relationship or been in it for some time, you're poised, you're ready for this relationship. But it is calling for you to make a compromise. So I'd be interested to hear how you go on this one, because you are the relationship number 2. It's all about relationships. So you are poised. This is your time for this relationship. You can even put these 2 cards together. You're poised. You're ready for this soulmates connection, karmic connection, twin flame connection, whatever you want to call it. But you're poised. You're ready. Pat yourselves on the back, guys, because it takes a lot to find one of these relationships. But just remember, you may have to make a compromise. You're not going to have it all your own way. Okay, so right, that's your reading for September. You can always get hold of me for a personal reading at Sun Moon Tarot and Numerology on my Facebook page or the YouTube channel. There is a link that you can get hold of my email on there. And send me a message if you'd like a personal reading. So that's it for September for you guys. We'll catch your backs very soon.